right, welcome to today's session of gentle flow and restorative. So hopefully you've gathered all of your props. They don't necessarily have to be yoga props, but if you have them, that's great. So we're going to go ahead and draw the extra skin out from underneath us so that we can ground down for the 6 months. And today I'm looking for a little more grounding. So I'm just going to let my hands wrap around my knees. But if you want to have the palms up, certainly just flip those palms up. So draw the breath up, send the heads of the shoulders on back. Loosen up the jaw a little bit. Take a deep breath in and go with that. Exhale out the mouth. Take it again. Inhale. And exhale. And take it again. Inhale. And exhale. Soften your eyes. Begin to soften into this seated position. Going with a mental scan of your body. Bringing awareness to most bound areas within the body. So it may be within the neck, the shoulders. Maybe you found it a little difficult to breathe lately, maybe not so much physically, but just that of finding stillness and just releasing any sort of anxiety that built up. You feel that there's tension into the hips, the hamstrings. Sometimes we even have that mental tension distracting us. Do your best for the next hour to be completely present on your mat. Always taking one of the 24 hours of your day to be completely focused on just movement in the body, the breath. As you soften across the brow, the jaw is relaxed. Start to feel your breath into the back of your throat. Making that slight oceanic sound and feeling. And blink your eyes open. Send your arms up and over your head. Reaching up. Bring the palms together. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Inhale to pick the hands up. Exhale to cactus one arm out to the side. And then send that palm, that arm back up, palms knee. Exhale that opposite arm back and down. And then send that arm up, allowing the palms to meet. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And just curl your chin in towards your chest. Drop the head so the head is heavy. Releasing the hands down, cupping the hands around the knees. Gently rock your head side to side. So again, if you've got tension in the neck, it's likely this is you're gonna feel this. There's a tightness. You're needing more space in the neck. Rock your head on over to the left. Chin back in towards your chest. And over to the right. And right back to center. With the pick of your head up. Walk your fingertips out in front of you. Bow the chest down. Walk the hips back. Surrender forward. Pressing on up. Walking the hands on over to the left. Bowing over the top of the thigh. Exhale, softening the chest down. And slowly coming around. Let's take it to the other side. Just walking the hands over and exhale to fold. So notice how this feels into the lower back. Maybe that's where you've got some tension, some tightness. And then right back around to center, sending the hands straight out in front of you. Draw the hips back. Now draw your navel in toward your spine and round into a cat. So just round the spine. And then slowly flip the hands up off of the mouth, lifting up straight knee up the spine. Arms are up and over your head. Exhale, big cactus of arms. Tilting over. And now finding space through the side body and the head drops back. Slowly coming on up. And let's take it to the other side as you drift over, lengthening. And slowly coming on. So with a nice gentle twist, coming back and around. So look over your shoulder. Going with a slow unwind, and let's take it to the other side. And right back and around to center. Unfold those legs to the ground. The soles of the feet will meet together in this Konasana. Allowing the knees to anchor down. Just walking my hips back a little bit so I can give myself a little more space here. Inhale. Exhale to draw forward. And slowly rolling yourself on up. Take the outsides of your knees, draw them in. Then just set this left leg in front, bring the right leg underneath. Be mindful that the knee is experiencing a big pull here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to lean over. Slowly coming up. And float to the other side. And slowly coming up. And walking the hands forward. So we're going to keep our bottom down. And slowly coming on up. Roll to this outside hip. Swing this leg back around to the front. And then let's swap out those legs. Again, no pulling into this knee. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Reaching over. Slowly coming up. Take it to the other side. And right back to center. And come forward and make sure that the bottom stays down. So as we move through our practice this morning, even through the restorative portion of class, be mindful as to how each side of the body feels. And then slowly coming on up, making sure that you're just being gentle to each side, and then roll to this outside hip. Around to the front. Inhale, reach up. Palms meet, elbows bend. Let those elbows open up out to the side. Send the arms back up. Exhale to release the hands down. Outsides of the knees, draw the neck, swing those legs around. And make your way into top of a table. As you spread those fingers really wide, you stack the bones. Shoulders are over the elbows of the wrists, hips are directly over the knees. And just sway the hips a little bit side to side. And right to center of those toes curl under. We wake up the toes, the arches of the feet, also getting into the calves. So you should be drawing the hips back far enough to where you do feel that stretch through the calves. The arms are nice and strong, so we're really starting to add a lot of awareness to bringing strength into the practice, and then slowly coming on up. A release of the top of the feet down. Let's move through some cat-cow stretches. Neutralize and walk those knees back and take some nice big hip circles. So we're going to drop the hips down. You're going to swing out. And reverse. And right back to center. Slowly lower the forearms down. Hips are up high. Toes are going under. Drop the chest down. And slowly stack the shoulders over the elbows. Bring the feet straight behind you. So we're straightening the legs. Quadriceps are strong. Core is strong. Heart is floating. Nice and high. Exhale, lower the hips down. Coming into a Sphinx Pose. We'll draw the legs together. I've got my shoulders over the elbows. And keeping my legs really engaged so that I don't lose sight of putting any pressure into my lower back. So we don't want any pressure there. So when the legs are engaged, we're taking that pressure off. Gently drag your heart forward. This should give you a good stretch through the abs. Inhale. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Back and around to center. Let's look over the left shoulder. And right back to center. Toes roll under. Knees come out to the side. Walk the hands back. Let's come into a brief child's pose as you soften the chest down. Let your forehead rest. And then slowly coming on up. And go with the stacking of the bones. Straighten both legs behind you, coming into a plank pose. Heels back, heart forward, navel in towards your spine. Hips come up and back. Downward facing dog. Let's walk it out. Bending one knee at a time. Head is heavy. Look up in between your hands, bring both feet up. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Firming down. And let's roll on up. Nice and slow. Arms down either side. Stepping with the feet together. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bring your arms out to the side. And then lean to one side. We're going to keep the hips squared off and reach up. Round to center, and let's float to the other side as you lengthen. And right back. And round. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, float forward. Little bend into the knees, and then slowly come back up, lift up. Exhale, float forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come forward again. And then lifting up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Left fingertips either just onto the shins, or fingertips just below the tip of the nose and twist open, opening out to the side. Exhale, releasing the hand down. I have a little bend into my knees. And then open up out to the side. The hips are staying even. Exhale, a slow release on down. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, taking both feet back. Come into a chaturanga. Come through to a cobra or up dog. Press it on back. Downward facing. Stepping or lightly hopping to the top of your mat. Look up halfway. Exhale to fold forward. Firm down, rise all the way to standing. Side of the hands, inquire at your heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, looking up. Both feet, take it on back. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg, send it behind you. Step it through, come to a high lunge. Dropping the back knee down. Inhale, swooping the arms up. Exhale, hand comes down on the inside of the leg, revolving over the knee. Exhale, bringing that hand on down to the outside of the foot and revolving open up to the side. Exhale, slowly releasing that hand down, straightening out the back leg or keeping the knee down. Lift up, flying full crescent pose. Exhale, hands come down, that leg comes back, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Press it back, downward facing dog. Right leg behind you. Step it through. Coming into the lunge, softening the knee down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, hand comes down on the inside of the leg, revolving over the knee. Exhale, bringing that hand down. And then open up out to the side. Releasing the hand down. Picking the back leg up. Or leaving the knee down. Lift up, full crescent. Exhale, release the hands down. Take the leg back. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Step or light hop to the top of your mat. Look up. Exhale, fold. Firm down. Rise all the way to standing. Hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms out to the side. Sit down into a chair. Good. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, both feet back. Chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg behind you. And I step through to warrior two, opening the arms up to the side. Sinking it down. Nice strong legs. Steady gaze. Exhale, come down. And move through your vinyasa. Press it back. Down, right leg behind you. Getting that rear view of warrior two. Opening up. Exhale, releasing down. Move through your vinyasa. Press it back. Downward facing back. Left leg behind you. Step it through. Warrior two. Opening up. Reaching back for reverse. This side angle, softening the elbow down, reaching out and over your ear. Coming back up to find warrior two. Coming on down. Left leg back. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Press it back. Down dog. Right leg behind. Step it through. Rear view. Opening up. Reaching back. Exhale. Side angle, elbow down. Reach over. Right back up to warrior two. Windmill the arms down. Take the leg back. Chaturanga. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Left leg, send it back and behind you. Step it through for warrior two. Open up. Straightening the front leg. Come into triangle pose. And slowly bring your hands onto your hip. Little bend into the front knee. I'm going to send my hand diagonal of my pinky toe. I'm going to bend down, pick my back leg up. I'm into half moon pose. Good. Little bend into the front knee. Set the back foot down. Open back up. So find warrior. Warrior two. Exhale, send the arms on down and move through your vinyasa. Press it back. Downward facing back. Let's go with this right leg behind. Step it through, warrior two. Straightening out of the front leg. Lengthening forward, finding triangle pose. Make sure that the upper back is not rounding forward. Bringing this hand on down to rest onto the hip. Little bend into the front knee. Hand goes diagonal of the pinky toe. Pick the back leg up. Come into half moon. Take a bend into the knee. Soften the back foot down. Warrior two. Send the hands all the way down. Take the leg back. Chaturanga, cobra, maybe up dog. Press back. Downward facing dog. Shifting forward to flying plank. Chaturanga all the way down. Legs come together. And then press yourself into a Sphinx Pose. So we've already been here. Legs come together. Nice and strong. Drop the head down. Lift the head up. And look over your shoulder. Back to center. And over the left shoulder. Right to center. And then send your arms out in front of you. So nice and long here. We're going to have the legs nice and strong together, but we are going to just lift the arms. So we're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Notice how the abdominals are working. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 8 times. Here's 3. Exhaling on the way down. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. You're doing great. And 1. Good. Hands come in front. Let's bring the feet wide. Let's rock the hips. Side to side. Take a bend into the right leg. Swing it around. Bend into the left leg. Swing it around. And then bring the legs straight behind you. We're still going to reach our arms out in front of us. We're bringing the legs nice and strong together. We're just going to lift the legs now. So we're going to lift and lower. Here's 2. Going for a total of 8. 4 more. And 4. 3. 2. 1. Great job. And then let's just bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together. Those knees will come out to the side. You can take a bend into the elbows and then just rest your head, your forehead right at your palms. The palms are in prayer. Good. Send those legs back. And again, notice how the abdominals are working when you're not even having to do any kind of crunches at all. So we're also strengthening the lower back, muscles around the spine. So we're going to reach our arms out in front of us, legs are together. We're going to bring it all together. I'm going to lift up for a total of 8. So the arms and the legs will lift. So we'll inhale, lift, exhale, lower. We got 4 more. You're doing great. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Hands come alongside the breast line. Turn one cheek. Rock the hips. Bend into the knees. Circle out the legs. And both legs back. Bring hands by the breast line, elbows in. And slowly come on up. So I want you to move gently. We're going to come into a supported child pose. So sometimes when we work the lower back like that, it can be rather sensitive. So we want to take our time getting into this supported child's pose. Arms to rest alongside the body. And slowly coming on up. And roll to the outside of your hip and bring the legs around to the front. So let's come on to our back. We'll work our abdominals a little bit. I know you're eager to get to the restorative portion. We're getting there. But let's make sure that we have a nice, steady, strong practice prior to being able to relax and restore. So as you make your way onto your back, I like to use a blanket for my head, just a personal thing. It just feels comfortable to me. I'm going to bring my feet wide, arms into a cactus position. I'm just going to sway those knees side to side. That's also going to feel pretty good on the lower back after we just worked the muscles into the lower back. And then let's bring the feet so that they are hip distance apart. We're going to bring our hands back and behind our head. We're going to go right into it with a one-legged bicycle. So lift that left foot. I'm going to give a flex. I'm going to lift my upper body up. I'm going to draw my knee in, and then I'm going to go for a twist because I want to work real obliques, and then I'm going to send the leg away. We're going to take this 15 times and squeeze. 3, more. So let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Send that leg straight. Let's bring the hands behind the hamstring. Round out your ankle. Then bring the ankle to the top of the thigh. Reach on through. Catch the top of the shin. Draw that knee in. Let that left elbow rest onto that left inner thigh. And so I'm a little bit tight in this hip today, so I can definitely feel that nice stretch. It's a really good release. And I can feel my abs are nice and warm. So with the release, slowly set that foot down and release the ankle from the top of the thigh. Opposite side, picking up the right leg, arms or hands rather back and behind the head, sending the leg out in front of you, and then twist here. And 15. We've got 10 more. You've got this. Here's our last 3, 2, 1. Good. Congratulations. You finished. Round out that ankle as the hands are back and behind the hamstring. Good. And then bring that right ankle to the top of the thigh. Leave that hand off here. Catch that shin. Flex the foot. Draw the knee in. Let that right elbow rest on to that right inner thigh. All right, let's go ahead and slowly release. We're going to go one-legged happy baby on this left side as I rest my right hand onto my right hip. And slowly release that foot down, and right leg comes out to the side. Left hand rests onto that left hip. I'm drawing this knee down. And then slowly release. I'm going to reach my legs out in front of me. Send your arms up and over your head. And then slowly coming on up. Lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Good. And then slowly coming on up. And then let's meet around at the front. All right. So really, really good job. And now we're going to make our way into our restorative postures. So the first one, I just want to get into the spine. I'm going to have you grab one of your blankets, maybe a towel that you're using, open it up, and we're going to give it a nice good roll. Okay, so we're going to roll it on up. I'm going to set the blanket onto the mat. Now, one thing that I also like to do is I like to support my back. So as I align my spine on to the blanket, I also like to have release any sort of potential pressure that could be into the back. So I'm going to bring my lower back right to the blanket. I'm going to send both legs out in front of me. I'm going to rest my calves onto these blocks. Okay. So at the medius part of my calf, I'm going to rest them, and then I'm going to rest myself all the way down. Remember, we're in these poses anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Now, my hips are not lifted. I've settled them down, allowing the blanket to do the work or the towel, and you'll notice that with the legs slightly elevated, it takes any pressure off the lower back. Now, if you don't want the blocks there or you don't want to elevate the weight, that's perfectly fine. Another additional opening is across the chest as you open the arms out to the side. Tilt your head back maybe a little bit. That's going to give you some nice clearance through the throat. It opens up the sinuses. Take a deep breath in. And go with an exhale. Make sure that your breathing is steady. Just a few more breaths here. And slowly begin to take a bend into your knees, resting the soles of your feet onto your mat. Rolling on over to either side, pressing yourself on up. On up, come to seated, and just move through some cat and cow stretches. And let's go ahead, move your props off to the side. And we're going to come now into a supported child's pose. So you'll need some sort of cushion and or yoga bolster. So I'm going to grab my yoga bolster, place it out in front of me. If you care to have it raised up, you're going to slide and or stack maybe a couple of cushions, if that's what you're using. You need the bolster up to a little bit of a higher height. Now for me personally, I like to bring a blanket. Maybe you'll want to use face cloth or something. Bring it over the bolster. I'm going to take an additional blanket. And it's just going to be there if you need it. So you're going to come with the knees wrapped around the bolster. You're going to get it nice and snug. So the idea is to also get that bolster into the abdominal area because we're getting a nice little massage into the intestines. Now, if you are, if the hips are elevated up off the heels, which is very common, you can always slide a blanket underneath, or maybe you just like a little extra padding there. You can bring the knees around, take a deep breath in, gently fold forward, send the chest down, reach the arms in between the space here, or if you've not needed the space, you can bring your arms down at your side. You'll take a deep breath in here and you'll exhale. And the idea is to surrender yourself into the pause. Taking a deep breath in, exhale. here much longer. Very slowly rest the palms down or bring them out from underneath the bolster and slowly up. That's how. Slowly begin to release yourself further from the pose. And take my blanket and fold it over. Moving the blocks from underneath my bolster, setting them off to the side. But I am going to need my bolster for this next pose. So I'm going to release myself here. And I'm going to start to set myself up for a supported Shavasana. So you may have two cushions or two bolsters. And you're going to just line them up with one another. So in my case, I've got a bolster and a couple of blankets, so I am just going to make shift with what I have, so you may be doing the same thing at home. Next, I'm going to take either a block or maybe another pillow or something out front, because when I rest back, my feet are going to come to this end here where my blocks are. And then my other blanket, I'm not going to need it so much. Use as many props as you need to. So now I come on top of my props. I'm going to send my legs out in front of me. Now the idea, now if you have a sensitive neck, this may not work for you. The idea is to allow the nape of your neck to fall over the pillow or the bolster. As soon as you come back, you're going to immediately feel a stretch across the shoulders, the chest. Is really good for opening up the lungs. Great for your sinuses. So if you experience any sort of allergies, which I do, this always feels really good to me because I can feel a great release here. It's a drainage. So I drop my head back. I can keep my foot open. It's also nice for your thyroid. And the further away you bring your arms from the body, the deeper the opening across the shoulders, just in floating hands. All right, so we're going to rest here in this supported Shavasana. I feel a nice stretch of the abdominals from earlier, doing all that nice bit of ab work. Nice fluid, deep inhales and exhales. not here much longer. You'll slowly begin to bend into the knees. You're going to roll to one side, going off of your props and slowly coming on up. And then we'll move into our next pose. I'm just going to move some props off to the side so that I can get myself a little more well positioned and organized. So the next pose I'm going to do is I'm going to elevate this bolster. And I'm going to set the bolster onto the block. And I'm going to bring one blanket off to the side. Let's block one over. And then I'm going to have one blanket for my pad. I'm going to send my legs up this bolster, but I'm going to take one of these blankets actually, and I'm going to bring it across my abdomen. This is a little bit of weight on to my abdomen. Just, it's comforting, feels good. And that's just optional. You may get a blanket there and say, no, that doesn't feel right for you. You can bring your arms out to the side, either into cactus or just down at your side, whatever feels best to you. So the feet fall wide. We're allowing ourselves to sink in here. Maybe you want to rest your hands onto the abdomen. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Just a slight elevation of the legs to reverse that blood flow. Let the belly soften. might slowly begin to take a bend into the knees. Moving that blanket off to the side if you have it. Your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Roll to one side. Press yourself on up. Remove my props off to the side. Then come into Shavasana. So however that looks for you, maybe you want to use some of your props. And then I'm just gonna go propless for my Shavasana. I like to use a little bit of essential oil and place it a little down into my palms. So if you have some essential oil, you may want to use yours too. And then hands together. Make your way onto your back. Let your feet fall wide. Maybe you're using those props. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Another deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And you'll rest here peacefully in Shavasana. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Go with a gentle rock of your head from side to side. And begin to take a bend into the knees, hug them in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Showing up today. Sending either arm up and over your head, roll on over. Either side, and press yourself to seated. Inhale, send your arms up and over your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So grateful that you're here today. And wishing each of you a happy, healthy, and safe rest of your day.